All right, welcome to the channel, guys. My name's Shane. This is
Tyler Wiseman.
And we are on the Lever Monkey channel, right? Yeah, we're on the Lever Monkey. Yeah. So, all right. So I'm here with Tyler today because I'm responding to a video that from Brian from Diesel and Iron. He had just put out about trying to find a new path for younger people other than college. If you don't feel you need to go to college, you shouldn't go to college, because there's plenty of trades out there that you can fill a role in and you might be very good at. I run heavy equipment. Tyler's on the laborer side. So Tyler, let's talk about you. As I understand, you have 3 degrees. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, I've got 3 degrees. I got a little over 7 years of schooling, college-wise. I went to pre-college school, prep schools, things like that. I even actually, due to my foster care, was able to go through programs that weren't necessarily open to the generalized public, because it's trying to better yourself and get you kind of on that focused aspect of becoming more than you possibly could be.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I've got psychology, specifically pointing around children, habits, influences, things like that. I went through the fire technology program, which is everything from structure fires all the way to health, emergency medical training,
all the EMTs and stuff like that.
Yeah, CDF, I mean, everything, the rescue aspects of it as well.
I've done a little bit of rescue myself, and just primarily for what we do. Like guy goes down the manhole or something like that. I had done some rescue training for that specifically, but that was after I got into the trade. So how much debt were you carrying before you got into this trade, into the laborers?
Well, because of my foster care, 0.
Oh, that's nice. So it worked out. That worked out well for you.
That was the one. All my college was for free.
Nice.
But it easily could have been $30,000-$40,000. I mean, if you were to go back and research how much college was at that point in time,
probably more than that.
Oh yeah, easy. Because I mean, I got
7 years of schooling,
just short of 8 years. Yeah, just short of 8 years.
Okay.
And it did me absolutely no good. All my psychology, everything that I went for, they changed everything. I wasn't all the prerequisites and everything for the guidelines and things, the prerequisites for that particular area of work changed. I couldn't even become a therapist.
So all the schooling that you got, because they changed the rules right as you came out of college, you couldn't use any of the knowledge you used. So you would have had to go back and re-certify under the new rules.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Same thing with
for as much as we need psychologists, for them to do something like that to someone that went through and took all that schooling,
and
that's ridiculous.
For children. I mean, that was my main focal point.
Yeah.
And it, especially nowadays with all the controversial things being thrown around and all that, having psychologists and having people that can study the brain outside of just the neurosynthesis and activity of the brain, it's important, because nowadays there's all sorts of different phobias arising, other things,
Oh yeah, especially with the COVID thing, all the kids being trapped at home, not being able to socialize.
Oh yeah.
Outside of social media, we've already seen all the different problems that are arising with the kids. I mean, the suicide rate's gone up, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but just to get back to the construction part of this, so you couldn't go into the trade or the training that you had done. You couldn't use it. So you just decided to swap.
I went into for firefighting.
You went for firefighting,
and unfortunately, in 2008, after I had already graduated, they made a massive cut to California funding for fire department and police department.
Yeah, and they're screaming for more funding right now.
Yeah, well, I was one of the new guys, so guess what? I got cut. By the time they were able to pick up or try to hire anybody, half my certs were gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know how much those certs cost. And being a broke guy with 3 or 4 part-time jobs, still can't afford that.
Yeah.
I mean, today's society is. I know people with 3 or 4 jobs right now that they're
barely making it.
I mean, look at how much I make. I don't make anything to sneeze at, and
No.
I got 2 kids that I got to take care of. Life ain't easy nowadays, and like, if you're talking about finding alternative ways of working and things like that other than college, I mean, remember, you can learn anything that you can learn in college outside of college.
Yep.
If you can find a career to keep you going until that point. I still plan on starting my business and everything. It's just, unfortunately, you gotta one step at a time.
Yeah.
I think that's something people forget.
So ultimately you made the decision. How did you find the laborers? How did you get steered in that direction?
I found out that my daughter was going to be born, and at the time I was working 5 part-time jobs and performing on the side for extra money. And I went into the county. I was like, I need something. Do you have any programs or anything that can direct me towards a better means? And come to find out, there was a pre-apprenticeship program, and it involved Local 3, the laborers, pipe fitters, a couple other.
Okay, union jobs.
Yeah, and I got to choose which one I wanted to go with. The laborers had the quicker aspect to work, and that's kind of what I was going for. And then, so I went through that. It was a month and a half long, I think. And then I went through my 4-year apprenticeship program. They paid the way for my dues, and I got in.
Cool.
And I'm so appreciative of the county for that.
Yeah. And how long have you been in the laborers now?
9 years.
9 years?
9 years, yep.
So, and you're pretty stable then?
Yeah.
I mean, the money that you're making now compared to what you would have been making doing one of your other trades.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So you're making more in the laborers than you would have been making
firefighting.
And
that's sad to say.
Yeah.
I mean, those people put their lives on the line on a regular basis.
Yeah, and they don't make near enough money.
Yeah, no. And when they are making money, usually it's not until higher up. And at that point, it's like, today's society is designed to have 3 or 4 different incomes on 2 people. And unfortunately, that's not the way
it's not
life
the way
works all the time.
Yeah. Oh, but we can just raise wages, right?
It doesn't help any. I mean, look at
it raises the cost of everything else.
Yeah, look at how much. I was looking at it. It literally costs more for gas in 1 week than what a tri-tip roast. And those used to be, comparable, considering they were good quality. And no. And I got a car with good gas mileage, so I mean, that tells you something. But no, when it comes down to careers and things like that and schooling, you can't always count on schooling, because, I mean, if you look back in the 80s, the United States kind of curbed the idea of work as behind the desk, in an office, things like that. Well, I'm not knocking that at all. That's a good thing. That's not, it helps.
If that's your jam, if you like doing that, I mean, we're not knocking you for doing that. There's lots of successful people that go through their careers behind a desk, and there's a lot of need for it as well.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just a matter that there is so much fight for that 1 or 2 job openings.
Yeah, and people forget, what about the people who built the office that those people are working in?
Yeah.
Those are positions that are, people think blue collar is looked down upon. Blue collar makes this country run.
Yeah.
Our taxes, there's a reason why we end up getting taxed most.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the gas tax that we are paying here in California, and it's not just one level of gas tax. There's several levels of gas tax that we're paying. And the newest one that got voted for here in California is paying for a lot of our brothers working out on the highways and improving roads and whatnot.
Yeah, that's the cause of a lot of issues. It's just like our trades out here. Not a lot of people want to do them, not because they think, well, it's a shit job. No, it's obviously not a shit job. We're not making bad money. They don't want to have to work, or they don't want to have to put forth that much effort to have to earn money. It's like, well,
and that's the big thing is, with these trades that we do, laborers, even heavy equipment operators, I've got a bad back. I'm sure you're going to develop problems down the line. We have hearing loss. There's medical problems. That's why our unions are big proponents of a very good medical system. So I've got a real good insurance. So we have good medical insurance. We have dental insurance. We're covered on pretty much everything, and our insurances through the unions, they cover our families as well. So
we find ourselves having a lot more rights than a lot of different places. And you were talking about injuries. You know, there's a lot of injuries sustained from sitting on your your butt behind a desk.
Yeah.
It does mess up your back over a period.
You always hear about the guy with the tie that gets stuck in the paper shredder.
Yeah.
I know I'd probably be that guy.
Yeah.
Or get it locked in a drawer or something.
Yeah. Well, and for people like me, I have scoliosis, so sitting down all the time is not an option. And so it's really funny. I don't know. I like to think of it as find your own little niche. If you need schooling to do it, then sure. But you can always find something that is outside the box, especially nowadays.
Yeah. For the younger guys out there that want to, that are starting off, they're just coming out of high school, they're looking for somewhere to go. They don't know what they're going to do with their life. Would you suggest getting into the trades versus going to college?
Absolutely. I would in a heartbeat. And the reason why is, first of all, who wants to stay stuck in a college for the first year after high school? No one. Second of all, if you start out even as an apprentice, you're making more than the average person.
You're making more money than the guy going to college already.
Yeah, exactly. You're not putting yourself in debt. And then, say you do it for a year or two and you decide that you do want to go to college. Guess what? You have a full-on career that you don't have to worry about is going to go away. This industry will always be here.
Yes.
So you have something to fall back on. Or say you get halfway through college and realize it's not what you want to do, or you can't do it, like I was put in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You've still got the trades.
Yeah.
I mean, at minimum, you can use it as a fallback while you're doing whatever. But really, I mean, it is a actual career. So
yeah, it's a lifetime career. You get benefits. We have retirement plans, annuity plans, and vacation pay, which pays for the vacation pay comes for us is different than what it is in office people. People in the office, they get PTO, which is paid time off. We don't get paid time off, so they just give us a extra paycheck basically on top of our hourly wage, which the laborers get once every 6 months. Yep. I get my vacation pay on the 10th of every month. It's much smaller than yours every month, but but our union is a little bit stronger than yours.
Yeah.
When it comes to that. So you guys get a cost of living increase. We get a cost of living increase every once in a while, depending on the negotiation with the signees or whoever is signed on.
Based off of what the state's doing and all that good stuff. Yeah.
So we got a pretty good raise this year and last year. I don't know what your guys' raise is for the season.
This season, I think it was only like $1 something.
Okay, well, we got a $2 raise on our check, and then another 80 cents was sprinkled out over a few other things.
Ours was the $140 on the check, and then the rest of it was like
sprinkled around. Yeah, you get a little bit on retirement, a little bit over here, a little bit over there.
Yeah.
So, all right, all in all, well, thanks for the chat, and
Absolutely.
This is for you young guys out there. Pick a career that you're going to want to do. Don't get stuck into going to college because you're told to do so by your teachers, your parents, or whatever. If you have a feeling that you want to do something other than what everyone else is telling you to do, decide to do it. Give it a try. Come out to the trades. It's hard work, but it's well worth it. At the end of the day, you have something to look at that you can be proud of doing. It's not like pushing paper. You file the paper away and you never see it again. Can you be proud of that? So just saying, I can drive down through California and I can point all the different places that I have worked in. I've worked in places like Yosemite, Clear Lake, some pretty spectacular jobs I've done. And I love the fact that I can point to those things and say I did that stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. hit the like button, subscribe. It'll hit the little tinker bell to, you know, so you get notifications when I have new content coming out, which is very rare these days. I've been backed off a little bit, but thank you guys for tuning in and watching. We'll see you next time.